Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Hopefully, I'm not here for a long time, but I do want to talk about Final Fantasy, just Final Fantasy in general. If there's going to be a new Final Fantasy game, like again, for example, Final Fantasy 16 or 17, for example, if there's going to be Final Fantasy 17, um, start out small. I know people like Night Sky Prince will probably say go big or go home, basically, which I would not blame you for saying. At the same time, this company can't do it. Big and go home is literally what they gave us with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake. And guess what the sales are? Shit. Admit yourself and all these other people, especially the Kingdom Hearts community, some of you guys cannot admit that this is shit. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up. Oh, you're talking shit to my friends and shit like that. No, I'm telling you what's up and you're not listening. And you're not listening. You could do what the fuck you want, but when the Nomura comes out of nowhere literally saying that, oh, this is it for me to make Kingdom Hearts, I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Then you're gonna freaking blame that, oh, he retired because of you guys. Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever, boo-boo. Keep telling yourselves that. Keep telling yourselves that. You know, because he did not want to put his precious freaking Final Fantasy 15 in Kingdom Hearts. Because he got kicked out of that project because he sucked. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. So, Final Fantasy, the next Final Fantasy game, whatever it is, if it's this Final Fantasy game, that's a mainline Final Fantasy game, it should not be a side one or a remake or anything like that. This mainline Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 17, should be, it doesn't have to be, but it should be a hub world. Like I said before, it should start out small. Why? What else do you got to lose? And first of all, no one doesn't trust your shit anymore. So you need to start from the ground up again, Square, with Final Fantasy. I don't give a shit who is arguing about this. You need to work from the ground up. I don't give a fuck if you make the next mainline Final Fantasy game 8-bit. I don't give a fuck what Night fucking Sky Prince bullshit says. Oh, and it needs to have these high no, I don't give a shit what he says. They need to downgrade their shit. Because they can't do it anymore. And if you don't agree with me with that, then guess what? I don't give a shit what you're saying. You can call me, oh, I'm hatred and all that shit. Go ahead and say that. Make up words whatever you want. I don't care, because it is what it is at the end of the day. This company has made money with Final Fantasy 16, or fucking Kingdom Hearts, or fucking goddamn Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Rebirth. How many people are going to go back to play Kingdom Hearts 4? And all of you guys are here waiting, foaming at the mouths, being like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh, we need updates. We need updates. We need something new. We need something new. We've been dry. 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 Seriously. You look pathetic. You look fucking pathetic. Each and every one of you. I'm calling you all out. I'm not calling out names, but I'm calling you all out. And you know who you are. I know one of you YouTubers, higher YouTubers, I talked about Kingdom Hearts in your channel, flat out just talked. I know you saw my channel. I don't have to say who it is. I know a brother that I talked about on Facebook. He knows who I'm talking about. Literally, my brother comes out of nowhere. My friend right here, my friend on on social media comes out and say that, is this guy talking about Tisk? Because always over here like saying that, oh, you're making fun of my friends and shit like that. You talking shit about me and shit like that, and I'm over here like, I'm really not talking shit about you. I'm actually concerned because I was actually a fan to the point that I'm over here looking at you like, all of you guys that I've talked about before, I already said their names before in this channel already. So I don't even have to fucking say it again. You guys need to wake the fuck up. Nomura doesn't care for us. Okay? Nomura has an agenda to put his Final Fantasy 15 fucking project in Kingdom Hearts. And I don't know why you literally are like, yeah! No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not progressing the series or making the series more intelligent to the point that other people would think that this series is shit, will look at it and be like, oh shit, I was gone. I was gone. I was gone. I'm not, and the thing is, look, we ignore those people. We don't care about those people, obviously. But what if that did happen? You see? See, we don't even get the room of the opportunity for them to actually come in. See, that's what a fan does. Not a person that be like, well, if you hate it, fuck off. And sometimes I say that too, but I still give them a limelight to be like, hey, man, hey, at the end of the day, if you still talk shit about me in this game, then yes, fuck off. But at the same time, if the game wasn't for you, then okay, then it wasn't for you. That's fine. A lot of these games are not for me either sometimes. I don't play like I said, I think I play Call of Duty. That's why I don't talk about Call of Duty. I talk about some wrestling stuff, Final Fantasy stuff, RPG stuff, because that's what I like. Like, some of your higher YouTubers, I talk about the Kingdom Hearts stuff and the Final Fantasy stuff. Do you guys play Shin Megami Tensei? Did you got Shin Megami Tensei 5 when it came out? I did. I mean, not when it first came out, but I'm talking about Vengeance. I know I did with that one. Like, do you guys know the history of turn-based RPGs? And you guys are foaming for content for Kingdom Hearts, and I'm over here like, you guys can't do that for yourself? Like I told my friend before, stop complaining that there's no content about Kingdom Hearts, even though you're making content that there's no content for Kingdom Hearts. Does that make sense? 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 You could have grabbed a random Kingdom Hearts game and be like, I'm going to do this. No magic run. Or no hitting my enemies with the Keyblade run. I could just use my magic. Or no magic and I could just use my potions. Like no heal. I could just use my potions and use cure. You know? Like, there's so many different things that you could make videos about Kingdom Hearts and all the other series. For example, like in Coded, you can grab that game and be like, okay, let's see if I can beat this game without changing my Keyblade, for example. Or let's see if I can play through this game with using this type of ability in this game, even though I might get it later or in the beginning of the game. You see? Just something. You know? Because that type of shit, I live by. I love watching shit like that. I love watching higher YouTubers that love Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy do that shit. But when they don't do it, and they want to complain about there's no content, make that content. I almost became rude right there. You think I was rude right there? Ooh, I almost say you should have made the content then, motherfucker. I almost said that. I almost said that, but I didn't. You see, I'm being way too nice right now. Because I can literally go to the point that this channel will shut the fuck down. And I'm not doing that shit. I am dead serious. And I'm not going there. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just not. Because it's pointless. It's pointless. Again, going back, the next Final Fantasy game, make it up into a hubboard game, man. You can make it turn-based or action-based or in between like you do in Parasite Eve. Or what you gave the free roam gameplay, or what you gave the option for the people that want to free roam in Dragon Quest XI. If they don't like turn-based, they could just free roam around the arena, but it's still turn-based. You know? I don't mind any of those gameplays. That turn-based, that type of freaking turn-based, or the Parasite Eve one. Because even in Parasite Eve, I still feel like it's turn-based, even though you move around and you have to wait for your meter to go up. To me, it's still turn-based. It's just you moving around. Wow, that's the same thing that you see with Dragon Quest 11. When I tried that out, that free roam stuff of turn-based, I was like, wow, this is like Parasite Eve. This is great. I would love this too. If this was in a modern Final Fantasy game, I wouldn't complain. But the thing is, this company is so obsessed with flashy shit, man. They're scared to do whoosh, whoosh, which you see in Dragon Quest 11, in other Dragon Quest games. You scared to be Dragon Quest Final Fantasy. You scared to be Dungeons and Dragons, which you were based on. Don't fucking tell me the Dungeons and Dragons movie that just came out not that long ago is not a Final Fantasy movie. Don't tell me that. That is the closest we will ever get to a Final Fantasy movie. Okay? That dragon Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out not that long ago, like I said, that is the closest we're ever going to get to a Final Fantasy movie. And if you love RPGs, you owe it to yourself to watch that movie. It's free on Netflix if you have it on Netflix. I'm not trying to promote Netflix or anything, but I am promoting that movie. That new Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out not that long ago with the girl that was in the remake. Yeah, she's freaking great in that movie, and she in the movie is great also. She's badass in that movie, and she's and all the characters are badass in this movie too, and really good and really fun, and characters. When I saw that movie, I was like, this is Final Fantasy. I don't know what Final Fantasy, but this is Final Fantasy. Traditional, medieval, no bullshit to be seen. Just traditional, medieval, combat. Even they even paid homage to some of the stuff that's in Dungeons and Dragons, which is nuts. And I'm not even a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. I'm just a huge Final Fantasy 1 fan, which is basically a Dungeons and Dragons video game. Final Fantasy 1 is literally Dungeons and Dragons the video game. It didn't really become Final Fantasy until 4, or you could say 2 and 3. You know? Because, especially 2, because, I played 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Advance. Those games have a very special place in my heart. And for the second Final Fantasy game, the fact that they went out of their way killing off characters in the sequel is pretty, yes, in the Game Boy Advance version, they become part of your party. But you gotta admit, when you first played the game and they died in front of you, you didn't want them to die. Oh, I didn't care for them, but you spent time with them. Especially in battle, you talk to them a little bit. You even knew they were one of their daughters, and then he dies, and the daughter's like, my dad is never coming back. I mean, come on, man. As a person in real life, you want to go in the screen and want to say so much to her. That is what a Final Fantasy game is. I do not, I never would get the hate for Final Fantasy 2, and I will never get why Final Fantasy cannot be this way again. All you have to do is do that, and that's why I say I'm not saying that having a hub board for the next Final Fantasy game will fix all the bullshit, but having a hub board will make you have a focus of what you want in the game, at least. That's just me. And I would not mind playing a mainline Final Fantasy game that is a hub board, and you could do all the bells and whistles. There's a chocobo racing place and a what is it a battle arena, but there's also like an area that you can talk to your own people when you leave and you go on adventuring, basically. And you go on all these missions, and then you could go back and talk to the people in the village that you always come and go, basically, almost like they were family to you. I mean, come on, man, what the fuck? Oh, no. This is why I'm saying you cannot do what I'm telling you, Sqawn. And all these people that suck the dick of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth haven't played the original. If you have played the original, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that haven't played the original. It doesn't matter if you beat it or not. You need to know that if you never played that game, you don't know shit about the original. That's why I didn't get the remake. I never beat the original. This is coming from a person that I never beat the original Final Fantasy VII. But I know enough to know the characters and the story to the point when I see the remake and Rebirth, I'm over here like, no. Stop. I hope you guys are not thinking this is what the original Final Fantasy VII was. Oh, God, no. But if you accept that and you're like, okay, it's not, then I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to the people that are ignorant to the point that this is in the original Final Fantasy VII and they think it's good and it sucked up and they kissed the ass of Sqawn to the point that it's like, yeah, I want more of this. When literally Japan does not give a shit about this game. Same thing with Final Fantasy VII. Same thing with Final Fantasy 16. They don't give a shit about that game. Numbers do not lie. Oh, but Metacritic. Fuck what Metacritic has. Why are you listening to Metacritic? Listen to the numbers. Listen to how much the game made compared to the budget. Some idiot people around here have told me that, hey, they made 300 mil, for example. Oh, they made 300 mil. It's successful. What's the budget for the game? 120 mil, for example. Like 100. Like, for example, like imagine if the game Final Fantasy 16 was 150 mil, right? But then they got back 30 mil. And then people tell you that, hey, it made money. What? What? Huh? What? What? Oh, basically. You mean to tell me that if you waste 150 mil, 120 mil on a product and you get back 30 mil, you think you made money back? For example, you spend 150 or 112, 120 on something. You know, you invest it, right? You invest 120 or $150, right? You get $3 back or $30 back. You made your money? You made your money back? You made your money back? Oh, news to me? News to fucking me? News to me? Something like that would piss off a person that throws their money for advertisement. Like, you think consumers will be pissed off at that shit. No, I'm talking about people that will give companies money to make products like this, and they only get 20 million or 30 million back when they wasted 150 mil for a product, thinking that was going to make double or triple. You see, don't be this naive. Don't be this naive. If you're this naive, don't play video games anymore. You don't deserve to be on YouTube. You don't. You're one of those people, you have to face it. You have to look at the mirror. Literally, I have a mirror right here. You literally need to face the facts of literally telling yourself that no, the gaming industry is not for me, and these video games are not for me because I'm a piece of shit. You have to tell yourself that in the mirror every time you wake up. Because if you're waking up every day hoping that there'll be Kingdom Hearts news, Kingdom Hearts 4 news, you have a problem. And you need to make sure your reality and your life is in priority streets before you slip off the handle or flip off the freaking bridge to the point that you go to a spiral that you can never come out of. And then your fan base is going to start noticing, and they're going to drop off your channel, make videos about you, and start talking crap about you. I'm saying this now. Figure this shit out before it's too late for ya. Alright? The next Final Fantasy game should be something that's structured in a small setting. Because then they will have focus, like I said, they will have focus on the characters, what they want, focus on the gameplay, and the villain. Okay? I would love to have a Final Fantasy villain that is literally, yeah, I'm here, but you need to come up to me and get to me. Because I'm not going to be a bitch to you. That is the type of villain that I want. I'm going to bend down to inferior characters, basically, that doesn't have the strength to defeat me. Make that type of villain. A villain that knows that they can destroy the freaking main characters like this and will show it and will prove it. That is the type of villain I'm talking about, baby. That is the type of villain that I am talking about. Alright? A villain that doesn't give a fuck if you're offended about what they did. They will kill you on the spot. You think Kefka cares about how Sephiroth feels in the remake and shit like that? Kefka will kill Sephiroth in the remake. And so with Sephiroth in the original. Hell, not even Sephiroth. JENOVA will kill them in the fucking original. The original Final Fantasy VII, JENOVA will kill the Sephiroth in the remake. Oh, but it's a Sqawn. It doesn't matter. JENOVA was everywhere in the original. You had to fight him multiple times. You didn't see Sephiroth until the end, and you wouldn't know that if you didn't play the game. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Sephiroth was hyped. Sephiroth, they took their time. Every time you saw Sephiroth, it wasn't Sephiroth. You see? You see how hyped up the character did? Instead of wasting his fucking goddamn time being there and not doing shit. In the remake, all you see him is walking around and then he taps on freaking Aerith like it's nothing. I'm like, why'd you just tap her, dude? Like, you can literally kill her right there. Oh, but the writer, yeah, and that's the problem. The writers didn't fucking do it. If I was writing that shit, I'd be like, well, he's right there. Might as well just kill the bitch off right there. Why wait? Kill her off right there. There's no excuse with the fucking story or the way it's written. There's no excuse. The woman's right there, Sephiroth. You passed her, kill her. Just kill her and get her over with already. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm fucking talking about. You wanna show a villain too much instead of hyping him up and making him into a mystery. And maybe showing more with him in the post game. Like he might not, he or she, the villain might not be there, but you might find more about the villain in post game because of something about their past or what's going to happen to them in the future. You know, it's an RPG. You can do what the fuck you want. Logic does not really matter in RPGs. If you're thinking about logic, then every character that has fallen from a high structure should have died. Oh, but you put that in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, how many times in Final Fantasy VII people have fallen from high distances and they're fine? Same thing in other Final Fantasy game. Just like H.C. Bailey said, as we all know, falling from high distances does not kill you in a Final Fantasy game. Exactly. If you haven't watched some H.C. Bailey stuff, watch it. Especially if you're one of those people that are so up the ass with news about of Kingdom Hearts 4 news. Watch his. I would recommend watching his Let's Play of Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 13. Watch those Let's Plays, because you're going to learn a lot from him, and you're going to figure out a lot about how these games work. And then you want to figure out, oh, that's not bad. I can figure that out. Yes, because you guys are thinking turn-based systems are hard just because you think you have to press a button and wait. There's more to it than that. That's how I know you don't give a shit about turn-based RPGs. And that's how I'm over here like, you know what? Don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I love action RPGs too. But turn-based RPGs has this type of feel that makes you think and makes you grow during battle. And if you don't want to think and grow during battle while you're playing a game, then guess what? I don't know what to tell you. Or I came out of work, I'm tired, I don't want to think while I'm playing a game. Okay, then play fucking Mario Kart then. Play some Teletubby bullshit so you don't have to think. I'm sorry. To keep your brain active. Seriously. Because that's what turn-based RPGs do. They keep your brain active. And it's proven for that. It's like chess. Don't fuck with me with this shit. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You know, if you like the video. And if you're new, subscribe. And tell me what you guys think down below. Seriously, what would you like to see in the next Final Fantasy game? You know, it doesn't look, if it's not a hub world like I mentioned, that's fine. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because start out small. Start off somewhere that you can ease the hardcore fans to the point that it's like, okay, at least you're trying. At least you're trying and you're doing something. And newcomers can be like, oh, okay. You know? Because you could do so much better than what you did with 15 and 16, man. But I like those games, and that is the problem. Are you one of those people that like freaking 7 Remake and 7 Rebirth, even though the sales are so down to the point that Square doesn't know what to do with Final Fantasy, but you think it's a freaking... what is a game of the game? I'm sorry. Thinking Final Fantasy 7 and Rebirth, thinking that those are games of the years. Hey, look, there's DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. Wow. Look, there's a trailer to Kingdom Hearts 4. Wow. and that's how we're gonna end it there, basically.